Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping all that. I be seeing you, Jimmy talking about we Gucci boo boo. He in the Gucci store. Talking about we Gucci boo boo. Them Light King they was going you up, Jimmy. They was like, Marita Monero. Coca-Cola.
Salute Goodbreads, welcome to the channel where we learn how not to be a dummy from some well-paid dummies. We watch and study these athletes, stars, and rappers so we know how the broke people is moving. And this is getting nasty like we said it was, because when you're dealing with immature men, 40-year-old and 50-year-old immature men, the situation ain't gonna get good. And now the situation is with who it should have been with from the jump. Because we know 50 Cent never liked Jim Jones when he made friends with French Montana and the Coke Boys, and now he's with Mano and they lobby boys. So 50 going hard, y'all, on Jim Jones. So it ain't even about Jim and Cam. Let's get to that.
Jim Jones, right? He ran with the same I ran with a decade before I met him. Jim Jones, the Dipset, the that was just over there dancing and on verses. Jim Jones was running with Shotty, Cafano Jordan, right? Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, Roland Martin. He was running Fu Banger, Fuquan. I forgot his last name, Fuquan something. He was running with all of the cats I ran with and got his daddy for.
I created the aesthetic.
Okay.
For the Diplomats. You heard? Dan and Cam's Pink. You heard? He'll tell you.
Nah.
All right. Sooner or later, he gonna have to tell it. Where he got the Pink from.
And push me under the bus and say, I ain't start this and I ain't do that. And you started Pink and you made the Diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a Brooklyn, a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you to, man.
Yo, 50 Cent just won't let those informant rumors about Jim Jones rest. And he's once again stirring the pot and dragging Jones through the mud with receipts. Now, if you've been following the streets and the blogs, you already know that Jim Jones has been dodging informant rumors for a minute. It all started when his name got caught up in the Tekashi 6ix9ine trial after a wiretap leaked where he was allegedly plotting against 6ix9ine. But somehow, when the feds came knocking on the 9 Trey Bloods, Jim Jones never got touched. So people started asking how Jim Jones got caught on tape talking gang business but never got charged. Fast forward to now, Cameron and Jim Jones are already going at it, throwing shots at each other back and forth online. But just when Jimmy thought that things couldn't get worse, the master instigator 50 Cent pops up with fresh receipts. And according to 50, Jones has been a Fed snitch for years. But is there any actual proof that Jim Jones was working with the feds? And how did he respond to 50 airing him out? Let's break it down.
I don't know if 50 said it,
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then when you see,
he was funny. Well, I thought it was funny when he said it. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If you agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on.
The tension between Dipset OGs Cameron and Jim Jones is heating up again, and this time it looks like things are getting personal. Now, if you've been following Dipset's history, you already know these two had a rocky relationship over the years. Brothers one minute, rivals the next. But now their long-standing issues are bubbling back to the surface, and it all ties back to 50 Cent stirring the pot again. So what set this off? Well, Cameron recently had 50 Cent on his podcast, and during their convo, Cam brought up a moment that's been bothering him for years. He reminded 50 that back in 2007, during Dipset's beef with G-Unit, Jim Jones popped up at one of 50's shows. And here's what 50 had to say about it.
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh, like that. Hey, give me this. Get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want him. We want you at the show, Jimmy. Yeah, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again.
Sound like a group of women right there, just ha-ha and he and y'all gotta pay attention. It's a lot of men out there in our society that move like 50 Cent. A lot of them. This is why we watch these stars, so we know how the broke folks be acting. There's a lot of men that know how to get men and know how to manipulate situations. Pay attention.
But then Jim Jones slid over to Justin LeBoy's Respectfully podcast to air his side of the story, and he stood on his decision to hit the stage with 50 Cent back in 2007, basically saying he wasn't about to let rap politics mess with his bag.
I gotta start really doing that's gonna benefit me because it seem like you don't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
And I need to win. I gotta win in spirit.
So,
You heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump all on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful, rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still gotta know, like, how did that work? You performing, like...
They call me like, yo, you wanna come out and perform at the show? I got the hottest record, I'm popping out. And I wish they would look at me sideways, think they gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. Be a boom up, it'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's friendship. I was in there like a pirate. What's up? What's up? That's how I was. You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for...
But Jimmy didn't stop there. He went off on Cam and 50, calling them out for even bringing his name up and claiming they both owe him a lot of favors.
You on my dick, right? They got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them in their life, you heard? Both of them. Pause though, get off of my There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my like that.
And then Jim took credit for creating the Diplomat's aesthetic and claimed he inspired Cameron's drip and made him wear that iconic pink fur coat.
Who you are, like it's not, everybody be fitting in, the object is to stand out.
When you and Dipset, is it like got all three coming together to do this? Or it's like one person as the leader is like, nah, well, this what we wearing.
I created the aesthetic.
Okay.
For the Diplomats. You heard? Dan the Cam's pink. You heard? He'll tell you.
Nah.
All right. Sooner or later, he gonna have to tell it. Where he got the pink from.
That shit just on my child. Somebody bring me a shot.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Bring me a shot, please.
You can ask Damon, you can ask Cam, because those were the two people that were snapping on me when I came in and didn't get my truck.
Wow. That's some down to the pink.
Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to get the caddy truck when I first got the Diplomat deal. And came to the office, I had on the pink Diodoras with the pink stripe, the pink polo shirt on. You heard? And came in, the pink was just lighting up the room, but the truck didn't get delivered, so they just kept snapping on me like, oh, this thing got all this fly shit, don't it. Or Cam was like, I'm taking that pink, I'm running with this shit. He like, I'm running with it, that's fly, I'm going crazy with it. That was Cam at the time, you heard? Like, whatever fits what we need, then that's what we're gonna do. You heard? But that's Easter colors. I've been doing pink. Every Easter, gray and pink, gray suit, pink tie. My mom's been putting me in pink and that future and all that type. Pink has always been my color.
But you know Cam wasn't about to let that slide. He clapped back on his and Mace's podcast, and let's just say he went all the way in on Jimmy. Cam didn't just respond, he questioned Jim's entire Dipset origin story, calling him out for lying about being from Harlem. According to Cam, Jim wasn't some day one homie, and they weren't even growing up together in the trenches like Jim Jones claims.
You are a guardian angel and designer. What the f is you talking about, man? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, man. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you.
Cam also wasn't feeling Jim's version of history when he said he watched Mace son Cam after getting signed to Diddy's Bad Boy. Cam shut that down real quick, saying Jim only came around after he had already built his name in the 90s, running with Mace, Big L, and his cousin Bloodshed under their legendary crew, Children of the Corn.
Myself, Big L, even though Mace and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles and you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house, you said, and this word to my dead mother, yo man, I heard the freestyles, y'all killing. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all wanna come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, man, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though but it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo's house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new you did. I heard the new you did. Yo, you wanna come through? Come through. Why? Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some over there to sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house though. I love my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mace with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed a bunch of times. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like on your couch. You was a fan. You begged us, you are a fan.
And then Cam also clowned Jimmy for admitting that Mace taught him how to rap. And he basically made it sound like Jim was just a little homie trying to fit in. And for someone like Jones who prides himself on his street credibility, that's gotta sting.
You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap, literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
And Mace helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. You ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan.
Now, as for Jimmy's response to Cam putting him on blast, instead of firing back with words, he teased a remix to his Harlem anthem, This Still in Harlem, bringing in a squad of Harlem heavyweights, including Jewel Santana, Vado, Dave East, and 2Gs like Gucci. And while Jim didn't outright say this was a response to Cam's comments, the streets picked up on the message real quick. But just when it looked like things might cool off, 50 Cent popped back up to stir the pot, and instead of talking music, he brought those informant rumors about Jimmy right back to the table. 50 hit Instagram with a photo of Jim standing next to Jay-Z, Diddy, Fat Joe, and more. And he wrote in the caption, LOL, Individual One calling the shots out here. I know you working, so please don't say gangsta-ish to me, Individual One. Now, in case you're confused, this was a reference to those old rumors that Jim Jones allegedly worked as a federal informant during 6ix9ine's trial. See, back when 6ix9ine was testifying and snitching on his 9 Trey Bloods affiliates, a wiretapped phone call leaked where Jim Jones was allegedly heard saying 6ix9ine ain't a gang member no more and needed to get violated. And guess what? 50 went and shared a transcript of that phone call. Now, to give you some context, back in 2018, Tekashi 6ix9ine was arrested on federal racketeering and firearms charges alongside several members of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, a violent subset of the Bloods gang. The feds had been investigating 9 Trey for a while, and when 6ix9ine got caught up, he quickly turned government witness in exchange for a lighter sentence.
Brooklyn rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine pleaded guilty to federal charges, admitting he participated in a violent gang. He also pledged to cooperate with prosecutors. The rapper, whose legal name is Daniel Hernandez, said he joined the 9 Trey Blood gang in the fall of 2017. He says he helped them try to kill a rival gang member last March. Prosecutors say the gang carried out acts of robbery and narcotics in Manhattan, the Bronx, and Brooklyn. The indictment also said each gang member was required to participate in at least 2 acts of conspiracy, which could include robbery, extortion, or distribution. The plea deal could allow Hernandez leniency at sentencing He was facing a mandatory 47-year prison sentence.
So during his infamous snitching spree in court in September 2019, 6ix9ine testified against his former gang affiliates Anthony Harv Ellison, Aljamiah Nuke Mack, and others. He implicated multiple people in illegal activity, providing detailed accounts of gang operations. Now, how did Jim Jones get dragged into all this? Well, Jones's name surfaced in wiretap recordings played during 6ix9ine's testimony. And in the recordings, Jones was allegedly heard discussing 6ix9ine's situation with another 9 Trey member, Jamel Mel Murda Jones. In the conversation, Jones and Mel Murda appeared to be talking about disciplining 6ix9ine after he publicly distanced himself from 9 Trey. Jones allegedly said 6ix9ine needs to be violated, which many took as a reference to a potential attack on the rapper.
He definitely humiliating Shotty right now.
Well, you got your picture up there next to the post. When you go to YouTube and World Star, they got his picture next to the everything he say. They got a split screen with Shotty picture next. Shit crazy, son. But he's doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with Boy. That's what he trying to do. He trying to live. He trying to supplement himself.
That's cool, but now he gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at pay.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. And he just canceled all his shows.
And he ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
That's what Shotty needs to make sure he do.
Nah,
that he's not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Shotty need to expose him.
So this tape made waves for several reasons. It proved Jim Jones was connected to high-ranking 9 Trey members, and it also raised questions about why Jim Jones was never arrested or charged, despite being on a federal wiretap discussing possible gang retaliation. So after the trial, people started asking how Jim Jones got caught on a federal wiretap but never got indicted. Because if the feds were arresting high-level 9 Trey members, why did Jim Jones stay untouched? Of course, this led many to speculate that Jim Jones was a confidential informant or working with the feds in some way to avoid charges. The biggest push for these rumors came from Wack 100, who openly accused Jones of being a federal informant, claiming that the only reason he didn't get arrested after the wiretap was because he was cooperating with law enforcement. Wack brought this up on Clubhouse, podcasts, and interviews with 6ix9ine, challenging Jim Jones to provide proof that he wasn't cooperating.
Jim Jones, right? He ran with the same I ran with a decade before I met him. Jim Jones, the Dipset, the that was just over there dancing on verses. Jim Jones was running with Shotty, Cafano Jordan, right? Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, Roland Martin. He was running Fubenga, Fuquan. I forgot his last name, Fuquan something. He was running with all of the cats I ran with and got indebted for. You know what Jim Jones did? That nigga did not take care of none of them. Cause when I ran to them, Shotty was sleeping on the rug. Madison between Tompkins and Troop. Mel Murda was on Gates and Marcus Garvey with his baby mother. Roland Martin was just doing 9 years. He blew trial. That make them. That take care of them. From Shotty was sleeping on the rug. That driving a 6'3" Benz in 6 months, living in a condo, doing meetings with Kanye. Kanye was taking him to Yeezy meetings, board meetings. Matrix had his own. Everything on his own. His kids was eating. Roland Martin came home to a new AP, watch, money, cars, everything. That Jim Jones did not take care of none of his. I took care of him. And on top of that, Jim Jones was caught on wiretap telling Jamel, look, Jim Jones was caught on wiretap. Jim Jones was caught on wiretap on my case, he was telling the big homie Mel Matrix, Jamel Jones, to go and get rid of my security. How you do it? How you at them? They don't got no license to carry weapons, don't nothing in New York.
Wack also agrees with him and says that you can find the audio online because it was used in the trial. 6ix9ine and Wack both question why Jim Jones isn't in jail if he was caught on tape saying he was gonna 6ix9ine, suggesting that he must have cooperated in the trial. 6ix9ine also starts making some accusations about Desiree Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation, but Wack shuts him down before he can say too much.
Now, Jim, for his part, strongly denied these allegations and called Wack a liar and a clout chaser, but he never directly explained why he wasn't arrested. And while there is officially no confirmed evidence that Jim Jones is an informant, he has never been named as a cooperating witness, nor has there been any public record of him testifying or assisting law enforcement. The absence of charges despite the wiretap raised a lot of questions. And now it looks like 50 Cent touched a nerve because Jim Jones wasted no time clapping back and called 50 a liar. Jimmy shared a photo of himself by the pool and wrote in the caption, "Why you keep on lying? LOL, I'm going back to sleep. Free Mel Matrix till it's reversed." But despite Jim denying the informant allegations, it looks like a lot of fans still aren't buying it. Every time this topic comes up, people start side-eyeing and asking the same question. How did Jimmy avoid charges when everybody else got caught up? And with 50 Cent constantly trolling and keeping the conversation alive, this isn't going away anytime soon. One fan said, Jim Jones, a high-ranking gang member, telling his cousin, another high-ranking gang member, basically ordering a hit on someone, and the one he told it to got arrested and he didn't? Nah, bro, something stinks in Denmark. And someone else added, 6ix9ine told the world that there were many other snitches, but no one wanted to listen. Now they all know. But what's your take on all this?
It's pretty much the same, yo. They too old for this, man. They too old for this, and 50 a weasel. Also, guys, we done played the phone call with the guy that they said Jim Jones snitched on, or one of Jim Jones' friends, Melly. We played the phone call with Melly, and unless Melly is getting paid to say that Jim Jones ain't a rat, then that tape, wiretapping thing, that can't be used against Jim Jones. The person said out of his own mouth that Jim is not a rat, but y'all guys, y'all can watch that video right now. It's gonna pop up. For the rest of y'all, I'll see y'all later, y'all.